Thank you, Backhaus. I don't know how to pronounce that. B-A-K-H-U-Y-S in Dutch. I have no idea how to pronounce that. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another episode from here in Amsterdam. It's really been quite amazing. I've been here for 3 or 4 days now, and the culture shock is real. Just something like this. Look at all the bikes. The other thing too is I didn't really stay in a very touristy area. I stayed in the eastern side of town, and it's all locals here. Everything's in Dutch. About half the people I talk to do not speak English, which is not normal for Amsterdam. Most people do speak English that I've talked to in the tourist areas. I was going to vlog while in the bakery, but it was just way too loud, as these streets often are, as you can hear right now. But what I'm doing right now is I'm gonna walk about a block away. I'm going to Uber to a tackle shop, and we're gonna do a lot of fishing. There's canals all around Amsterdam. I'm gonna try to show you guys the city and hopefully catch some fish while doing so, because Pat left yesterday, and a lot of the things to do in Amsterdam are at night, or I can't show you guys. I'll leave it at that. But just simple stuff like this, that's a crosswalk. That's the noise for when you're supposed to cross. They got bike lanes right here. You don't walk in the bike lane or you get smoked by a bike. Their public transportation is incredible. They have trains and buses going on everywhere. That seems to be how everyone travels, just on bikes, public transportation, stuff like that.
No.
Yeah, this is a beautiful city. I don't blame you. It's so safe too. It's incredible.
Yes, it's really small and safe, you know.
Alright, so this is amazing. We just took like a 15-minute Uber ride outside the city. We're in a totally Dutch suburb right now. It's hard to describe the feeling for the first time when you're looking around and just do not understand any of the language. It's just simple stuff like that that puts you totally out of your comfort zone, like widens your horizon so much. I really cannot stress enough how much I love being in the city. The thing about Amsterdam this time of year though right now, although it is unseasonably cold right now, it's always freaking windy and it's freezing. I've like doubled up on all my layers. I got sweatpants on under my jeans. And the one big thing I've learned here is that jet lag didn't really hit me the first day, but it's totally screwed up my sleeping schedule. I'm starting my day right now and it's 1 o'clock. I have not been able to go to bed any day before like 2:33 in the morning, because we're 7 hours ahead here. That's only maybe 8 o'clock in Central Time around Chicago, where I'm from. So not only am I going to bed around like 3 a.m., but I'm also waking up around like 11, 12 p.m., getting like 8-9 hours of sleep, because I am exhausted being over here. Now the store we're about to go in is what I'm most excited for. Hengelsport 2000. European tackle shop, and it's got all stuff just to target Xanders, pike, redfin perch, carp, and a bunch of other stuff. I'm looking into hopefully gonna buy like a small cheap setup today and do some canal fishing. All right, so here we are. This is a super nice tackle shop. The guys here are so helpful. They got me everything I needed to do. Got a small travel rod. Gonna get some jig heads, some small swim baits, but Europeans love their Savage Gear swim baits. Look at this. This is amazing. Like this whole row pretty much is all Savage Gear. Look at this. We got like baby pike minnows. The Savage Gear duck that is so huge. The bats, some rats, Savage Gear herring shads, like baby ducks, bunch of frogs. This is also Savage Gear. This entire wall is all Savage Gear swim baits. That is amazing. Then you got some Salmo crankbaits here. Some Spro. It looks like Spro is pretty big in Europe as well, because these are some Spro jig heads. Then you got some more Savage Gear. Bunch of jig heads are all Spro, and the weights are in grams instead of ounces. You got a bunch of bobbers, swivels. More swim baits that is all Savage Gear. Looks like some large goby baits. Smallmouth killers. Oh, look at these gobies. They need these on the Great Lakes. That's what we need for the Great Lakes, some gobies. Now back here looks like their carp section right here, because you got the big carp here and then all these specialty lines. And again, I know absolutely nothing about carp, so I'm not going to pretend like I know anything about carp angling, but I know they take it very serious here, because I mean, they're a great sport fish. The fight of a big carp is amazing. And these are the rods for them. Look at this. What a big net for them.
My favorites for them. This one is a good color.
Just get a couple of these guys.
This one and this one. These are my favorites.
Alrighty, got my travel rod, got my swim baits, my jig heads. We are ready to go catch some fish. However, I am now like 20 minutes out of the center of the city called Central Station. I'm gonna try to get a bus or a train in there, but probably gonna have to ask some locals. Those guys in there in the tackle shop, everyone I've pretty much talked to in Amsterdam has been so incredibly nice to tourists, myself included. So the next step is going to be trying to find public transportation to the center of the city, and then hopefully we can get on some fish. If I can catch one, I will be very, very, very thankful. I couldn't get on a Xander the last time I went fishing here, but that was my own fault. I missed 2 bites. Hopefully today is a little different. I'm here on Amsterdam Central. Right here is their main train station. I'm pretty much totally in the heart of their downtown right now, but areas like that right there, I'm going to try to target. If you guys don't know, Amsterdam, don't quote me on this, but I'm sure Amsterdam or Holland, one of the two, are under sea level. So they had to build a giant canal system all throughout Amsterdam in order to keep the city safe and above ground. Now, a very interesting fact about Amsterdam is I know a lot of like big cities in the US, they don't have that great or really any fishing opportunities in the actual heart of the city. I know Chicago, you can maybe catch some bass in the Chicago River, but that's about it. Here in Amsterdam, their canals and rivers here are full of zander, which are like walleye, perch, pike, and like a bunch of bait fish. They're apparently very healthy ecosystems, but a little over 10 years ago, they made a law in Amsterdam that's cleaned up the water a lot. What they used to be able to do in Amsterdam, the first day when I was at Michael's house, you guys saw he lived in a houseboat. Well, there's houseboats throughout the entire canal system, and they used to be allowed to just straight up dump their waste, sewage, like whatever they have, just dump it right in the river, no filter, just dump it there. But they changed that rule, and now the canals and everything is cleaning up beautifully. So again, it's another freezing cold day in Amsterdam. It's like 20 degrees, almost 20-mile-per-hour winds. We're going to try to target bridges and any canals that aren't completely frozen over. I have no plans. I'm literally just going to use my eyes and walk around the city and try to take you guys to some cool areas. It is truly incredible how popular bikes are here in Amsterdam. Anywhere you walk, this is solid bikes throughout this entire wall, solid on that wall, all the way around over there. Let me not get hit. This looks to be about as decent of an area as any. We got a bridge, we got open water. Now we just got to tie everything on here. Hopefully you guys can hear me because there's about 20 trains going directly over my head right now. All right guys, here goes nothing. This is the bait I'm going to be using. It's just a small little minnow on a jig head. I'm going to be using the type of fishing that Michael taught me, which was vertical fishing, which is very popular here. You basically let your bait hit the bottom, you bring it up and just kind of hover it there because this water is very, very cold right now. I might need to find some deeper water. This is about 3 feet deep. This is going to be a challenge today, to say the least. The weather is extremely cold. These are species of fish that I have never ever targeted or caught before. And I know there's fish in these canals, it's just I've never fished them and I'm not with anyone that's fished them. So confidence level isn't the highest, but we're gonna give her a shot. Tell you what, I'm not liking how shallow this canal is and how much noise there is, so we're gonna switch. I'm telling you guys, if you like cycling, this is the city for you. See all these rows here, here, and then see all those little buildings right there, that first and second floor? That is all bicycle parking. Pretty sure this type of fishing is just a waiting game, spending a couple minutes at each little bridge corner, each ambush point behind the current, hoping there's going to be a perch, zander, something. Because if I hook a big pike, I'm not going to be able to bring them up this wall with this like 8 or 10 pound monofilament line. So these are all very typical looking streets in Amsterdam. You've got these smaller canals and these bridges just absolutely everywhere. I'll tell you what, this is going to be snag city with these swim baits. I can't imagine how much stuff is down there. Oh, I think there's gonna be a lot of that here in Amsterdam. Good thing I brought 10 jig heads. Just to give you guys an idea of the city here. So here's Amsterdam Central, or Centraal I should say, that's the main station. There's Amsterdam as a whole. You can see the incredible canal systems going through everywhere around the city. My problem is I do not really know which canals are deepest. I know the gentleman at the tackle shop told me that this canal was pretty deep, so I might go over to that one. Said there's a lot of bridges over here that I should try out. It's hard to know where to look when you're in a completely new place fishing for new fish. Well, this is a problem right here. The second I walked off a little bit, started to go down towards the canals, they're all frozen. So I think I'm gonna go right towards the red light district and get towards that much bigger canal because I know that's not gonna be frozen over like all this stuff here. And for all you interested in the coffee shop and cannabis scene in Amsterdam, this is literally it. There's places called coffee shops. You walk in, you buy what you need, and you do your thing. But you have to be 18. This is how a lot of Amsterdam looks though. It's so cool. Brick streets right up to buildings. Very awesome nightlife. All right, we're trying another canal right on the edge of the red light district. I cannot be filming in the red light district for obvious reasons. Uh-oh, I'm gonna snag right there. Yep, I did it. I freaking did it. Anything interesting over here? There's a piling. And that's the thing too, I could be around fish. Like there could be a bunch of perch and zander down here around these bridges, but it might just be too cold, they don't want to bite. I love the buildings and the infrastructure here so much though. Like imagine if that window right there, imagine if that was your bedroom. That door right there, you could park your boat right there. Just literally walk outside your bedroom, out the window to your boat. Now that would be pretty sick because you can get anywhere in Amsterdam from any of the canals. They're all connected. Okay, we've made it to a one bigger main canal that I hope is going to be deeper, but how's this for some deterrent? You don't want people coming in? Put this thing on your on the side of your house. Look at that. I don't even want to get near that. That just looks nasty. I don't exactly know how popular fishing is in these canals, or if fishing happens a lot in these canals in the summer. I don't really know because no one has really looked at me like I'm doing anything out of the ordinary. No one said anything to me. People probably think I'm dumb because of how cold it is, but and windy. Just look at the wind out in the freaking canals. Still searching for a little redfin perch, zander, something. I gotta get lucky eventually, right? Seeing as though this is pretty much completely frozen and it's not very deep and nothing's really going on, I'm gonna walk on over like quarter mile, half mile over to the main river and fish some spots there because I do not think these canals are where it's at right now. I think they're just too shallow and the fish pull out of them into the main river. I don't know. I'm about as clueless as you can get to these fish and this type of fishing, but I just know it's not happening here. I knew this was not going to be easy in the slightest for more factors than I can even count, really. It wasn't so much about the fishing. If I catch a fish, it's more of a bonus. It's more just showing you guys this amazing city here. I mean, just everything is so different to me. It's beautiful. And the wind is stronger. The wind is much stronger here. Come on, just one redfin perch, just please. Make this worth it. I'm like almost blowing over right now. It's like a good 25-30 miles per hour. Wow. Wow, is it windy. Well, I can't take this wind at all and it's making for horrible audio, so I'm gonna tuck back in the canals now. I have basically run out of options. All right guys, so unfortunately, we just ran out of time. Sunset's in like 15 minutes. I was not able to connect with a fish for you guys, but like I said once or twice before, probably even more, the conditions were just not in my favor. I spent the last like 15-20 minutes walking around. I'm right near the red light district right now. It's a big square. I don't know the name. I don't really know any names, but really pretty, very busy square. This area is just absolutely incredible with nightlife. Like at 2 in the morning even, the streets are just crawling with people everywhere you are. This is that sign right there, that Dam Strachis. I don't know how to pronounce that. It's something in Dutch. I don't know what it means, but that sign's lit up. Like all the entrances to all the side streets are lit up. It's just beautiful. So I'm gonna head back to the hotel and explain to you guys exactly where I am going next. Just finished wrapping up editing this video for you guys, and I didn't want to add in the original outro because what better way to describe what I'm doing next than showing you? John, where are we right now?
We're in Iceland on our way to Greenland. Bright and breezy in the morning.
Bright and breezy in the morning. We just spent the day in Iceland. That is going to be the next video, and a lot more details on the trip are going to be in. I don't know when this video is going to go up because John and I are not going to have any internet or electricity really in Greenland for the next 5 days. But I just wanted to pass on the information to you guys because no other information has really been put out by John or I. Our next stop, the giant epic trip, is going to be going to Greenland. I'm not telling you what we're going to be fishing for yet. I'd love to hear your guesses because the one hint I will give you is that John and I are pretty much just as clueless as any of you could be as to why we're going to Greenland or information about the trip. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned for many a video, one from Iceland and then a bunch from Greenland.